So I'm trying to keep some stuff updated, keep moving forward. It's 2:30, June 10th. 2 days sober because of you. Can't do this alone. And I felt so alone for so long because I pushed people away because I wanted to blow stuff up so I wouldn't have to, if I wasn't ready to talk or I didn't know how, or like this when the words go away and I can't make coherent statements or sentences, and I can't explain myself when I get upset, and I found out that if you I found out in the recovery room that hurt people hurt people. And I was hurt. I know I did a lot of hurting people. And a lot of just disappearing. Ghosting. What a word. Ghosting. Can I be ghosting? I invented ghosting before Snapchat. When it was still, oh fuck, what was it? The Moose, Anonymous, or shoot, I remember they were on the Texas State campus, uh, popularizing that stuff right before Snapchat came out. What was the? Someone's got to have a sticker there. Was it like? Someone's got to have a sticker left. If you got that sticker, go slap it. Go slap it on LBJ's left pocket in the quad. If you still got one of those Moose stickers, if Sober Family is reaching people, if Sober Life sounds like something you want to be a part of, stickers. Stickers are going to be the first product to come out. I got to chase down a local, all-American t-shirt supplier. It's going to be tricky. It's going to be expensive. I don't have any money. Sober Dennis at Cash App. I'm going to post a link on X. This first week, while I try to establish this channel, any money donated to the Sober Dennis Cash App will be again donated in Sober Dennis's name to Pride SA, or the Pride group of San the big one downtown. I haven't interacted with them yet, but I called to make an appointment to go in and see them, and I couldn't get to that appointment. But moving back to San Antonio and knowing that they were there made me feel a little bit safer coming home. Because a lot of you, I've been gone a long time for a lot of people. I've been gone a long time from me. I don't remember the last time I was happy, when I wasn't out of my mind. Mental illness sucks. Self-medication sucks. Addiction sucks. I want sober. I want there to be sober you, sober she, sober he, sober they, sober we. Get your college involved. Texas State. Where'd my sober Bobcats? Class of 21, yo. Graduated high school, class of 2011. Graduated with my bachelor's degree. Texas State. General Studies. Class of 2021. December 2021. I started school in August 2011. One school. LeTourneau University. My life changed there. Matt Conrad. You ghosted me. I trusted you. I told you something important, and I felt like a fool. I thought I had a friend. I thought I met somebody close. I thought we were going to be in the airlines together. I thought we could be friends. I thought we could be maybe something else later. Shit, I don't know. I wasn't trying to hit on you that night. I was just trying to tell you. Jeremiah Reichert, I miss you. Miss you, Subway. Denko. Fuck. What was your name? You got a circumcision at like 21, 22 years old. You fucking super senior on D3, D2. What was your name? We went to your house. It's the first time I ever saw a Wi-Fi repeater. He had to be a Seaside guy. I don't know. He had the only private room on the floor. Zach Lade. You went to OSU afterwards. Hope you're doing good. I saw you graduated. I was proud of you. Then I went to UTSA. That's where I met Shuby. Shuby Schubenbach. Kelly Boltinghouse. Miss Prude. Mrs. Prude. Heidi. Tanner. Prude Ranch. That was 2012. 3-bar Apache, yo. Ansley. Fuck, who else? Who else? August Lurs. Weston. Ox King. Weston. Where are you? Your dancy wife. Where are you with the short hair? Where's your name? I forget you. Katrina Costanza. Katrina Costanza. From Blinn. We were that little lunch crew. I remember when I went to your place in Denton, when I was visiting my brother, Jason, Captain Birdman, the Project M scene. You guys have such a jewel of a person in your community. That man can... FIFA, my brother needs to be running your media stuff. For anybody that's never seen it, this is delirium tremens. This is neurotransmitters in my blood. My brain chemistry is affected because of my alcoholism. It's also affected because of my bipolar disorder. My care team at Hillside Primary Care, under Dr. Patel in Live Oak, Texas, they're taking really good care of me. I had bad insurance for a long time. I never made a lot of money. We were military growing up, so it was military hospital. Go when it's broken. Preventative care, shots every year, and braces. I had braces when I was young. I had orthodontia very early. My teeth, probably not the best. Actually, I lost a filling there. Pat Booker Dental, sorry. I know I hurt your back when you took all 4 of my wisdom teeth out, and you had to take them out in 4 pieces. I know you said it ruined the schedule for the rest of the day, but my jaw's never been right. It clicks, it locks. My teeth wiggle. They're free. I think that's just the periodontal disease. For almost 10 years. No, not really 10 years. For like the last 5 or 6 years. I'd be lucky if I'd swig mouthwash or at least clean water through my mouth a couple of times a week, maybe. I've always worked in fairly dirty jobs, so I was always good at showering regularly to get the grease off. but couldn't do too much else. Um, well, no, I did good for a long time. I was fine. I was a functional alcoholic. I was going to class. Um, I'd go study at the bar, have a drink. It was nice. I mean, if you're reading creative writing, if you're reading poetry, if you're diving into deep literature, old stories, um, if you were in that creative writing class in the honors college with me that year in 2014, uh, he died. I forget the professor's name. He told me about Yo-Yo Ma and the Goat Rodeo sessions. I saw they recently came out with the second Goat Rodeo sessions. Awesome, awesome music, guys. I love that stuff. I love you, Yo-Yo Ma. I use your transcription of Bach's. No, that's Toccata and Fugue. Anyway, the what is it? G minor, the D minor one. Yo Yo Ma, hit me up. Um, I have to brush up on it and get a bigger horn out, but you're the one. Well, actually, who trombone players of the internet? Trombone Timo, Christopher Bill, um, Pickle, Banana Guy. What's your name? California. You're friends with his name. I don't know. You know who I'm talking about. All you guys know who I'm talking about. I can't remember anything. Cat Clemens the third. Motherfucking Cat Clemens. Dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, motherfucker. Kenneth? What was your last name? Piano player? You hung with Cat? You hung with. You guys might remember Josh McGoldrick. You guys might remember. What was his name? It was Green, Marcus Green. The building where the OWL was, they found him in the stairwell that one year. We knew him. He took his own life. We lost Joshua. You'd swear he was Hermeta Pasquale's reincarnation. The most intelligent person I've ever met. The kindest, most generous person I've ever met. Tiger Juice. Look up the album. El Curandero. If it's off YouTube, guys, put it back up. Dale. Dane. Matt Park. Sorry I was such a dick to you. Blake Huvel. I'm glad I met you, man. I hope you're doing good. Last time I saw you, we helped you move into that duplex in Austin. I hope you're doing well. I could keep saying more names, but I have to finish going through the list of people that I know. All the people that I've met that I've hidden from. Terrified. Terrified of being myself. Terrified of being gay. Terrified of being too much, being too excited, too much energy. And it's a problem that I had to actually overcome because I get excited. I'll get carried away. I think this thing's going to the moon. I think we're going to hit 30 million today. Still, it's 2:47 p.m. Tuesday, January 10th. My sober birthday is yesterday, 6/9/25. Thumbs up, like and subscribe just for the funny number. If you're not sober, I don't care. Funny number. If you like cats, I got sober cat Newt. He's vicious. I'm going to work on my leather stitching products and make like cat acrobatic armor so that he can climb on me without cat owners. Post up some physical evidence. Post those pictures of your love bites, your cat's confirmed kills on your toes, on your feet, on your legs. Dog lovers, I got Sober Dog. I got Bubba here. We walk him every day. Parents, I got parents. I'm going to try to get them to talk to you guys. If this thing gets big enough, I want you guys to talk to my whole family. I want Sober. 50B3R. Sober Life. Sober Fam. Sober Dennis. Sober Life. I want it to be for everybody because I tried. I couldn't do this alone. I couldn't deny it. I couldn't hide from it anymore. Like, you can only put on so many blankets before the fan doesn't reach you anymore, and then it gets uncomfortable. And then when it looks like the only other choice sometimes is suicide, even when you have all these crazy dreams that you really, really, really want to try and want to do, and like, yeah, they're good ideas. I think they are, at least sometimes. But then you have to draw it back because then you run away. You chase the ball into the street. You get hit by the car. Curiosity kills the cat. The dog catches the 18-wheeler. The drunk, the alcoholic never gets out of the hole. The addict can never take a long enough tea break to not OD. I'm sober right now. Oh, what is it? I started like 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m. yesterday. So it's 2:50 in 10 minutes. So I'm going to stop this video at 3 and I'll throw it up pretty quick. Doing it on the laptop makes it a little bit faster. I'll try to have captions. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm figuring this out because I decided that I had to do something. Anything but drink or I would die. So I started talking to my computer. And then last night when I couldn't fall asleep after I got real excited and I set up all these accounts and did this stuff, I couldn't sleep. So I went and I recorded a video. I read the first chapter of Robert Louis Stevens' Treasure Island. And the scary old sea dog, the introduction to the whole story is about an old drunk that dies alone with a secret treasure. Terrified everybody that was around him for his last time on Earth. And left behind buried treasure. Untapped potential. So I read a chapter. I wound it down. Talked a little bit about it in that video. I'm going to try to get that up today too. Turned off the computer. Still couldn't sleep. Got back on. Talked all night. Trying out different stuff. Just trying to get used to being in front of a camera. Bunch of stuff that'll probably never see the light of day. Maybe I'll get a Patreon. I haven't done that yet. I'll put the whole first week uncut videos. I'll swear, I'll cuss, I'll catch myself in lies or half-truths or misinformation. I don't know. Fact check me. Some more news. Ground news. Climate Town. World Health Organization. QI elves. The real QI elves. Sir Stephen Fry. The wonderful Miss Sandy Toksvig from Denmark. The illustrious current host of the British panel show QI. The inane but slightly intellectual. What's that word? Not candor. Candor, you can be candid. Candor you can have like to one person, but I mean the... What do I mean, chat? Comment what word I'm looking for down below. I mean, not the din, not the chorus, but the... Well, at times cacophony. That frickin' klaxon. Somebody cut this section of my video and... QI. I'm in America. I have access to a couple of seasons, mostly Steven's tenure, and on YouTube, the QI channel, and Versus and Binge, they host some of the more recent episodes. But I need to get more of the Sandy episodes. Tally Ho. What's your name? I know your name. I've watched every single video. I think I found... Leo, I think I found your channel at some point after you moved in to their shop. You're still in Squim. Your videos are a big reason why I tried to move to Oregon. I got to Portland. I got to visit Astoria. I got to see the Maritime Museum. I bought the Durango from you. With the sailing, and I bought it from your dad, but you sold it to me on Facebook Marketplace. I'll have to go in and check and touch back. The car did great. I fixed it up. She took me home safe and sound like a champ. Me, my dad, and the cat, because my dad had to come up and bring me back to Texas because I blew up my life with diagnosed, ignored, and untreated mental health problems that complicated themselves into addiction, complicated itself just with being hard on my body, being a lazy sack of drunk mess for a lot of the time. There's a couple names I'm not saying. If you think that might be you, join the Sober Fam. See maybe if it's right for you. Because I can't do it alone. I won't be able to do it alone. But we can be sober together. I didn't even figure out how much time it had been, so I've got 4 minutes to figure out since 8 o'clock yesterday. So that's 8. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. In 4 or 5 minutes, it'll be 31 hours since I got sober. Since Sober Dennis was born. Since the sober family has been called to come forward. Please hear me. Even if no one hears me, I know I can't do this without you. If you're just that one other person that needs to hear this, I'm right here. I'll be here. Waiting for you to help me stay sober. Watching me do shit. I got... Comment down below on Sober Dennis's channel. I'm going to talk about everything. Who's my dude that gives the homies the tips on how to present their male living space to real people? The tricks with the dark towels, the blotting. Very carefully, elegantly phrased admonitions for Manscaped and stuff. I'm sure I'll find you and shout you out on Instagram or something. And I know your name. It's modern something. You do the architecture. God. Moving furniture for me is a huge part of my manic depressive cycle. I'm ADHD in a way that my physical surroundings literally become like I take my brain and place it out around me. Like, that's me. That's my life. That's the pictures and all the bits and bobs from where I've traveled. The books. I might have to make just a separate Sober Dennis Books channel because, like, Garassi's The Boys of Boise. A small collection of Philip K. Dick, Robinson Crusoe. We could read Meditations together. That could be a sober group thing. Read Marcus Aurelius. I've got The Art of War here. I've got Sun Tzu. Oop. I've got Semi-Precious Stones. Humpty Dumpty in Oakland, by the way. Probably my favorite Philip K. Dick book. One of the few of the realist novels. It's about a mechanic in California during the land boom who wants to invest. It sounds a lot like me. Read it. We'll read it together, maybe. I've got Sir Richard Burton's translations of 1001 Arabian Nights. I think this is a Canterbury print, or maybe it's Barnes & Noble again. This is Canterbury Classic San Diego. Also, shout out to the Russian Hill Bookstore in San Francisco. You guys sold me my favorite book. My favorite book. There it is. Next to my exegesis of Philip Dick. So all his personal journals, Man's insane. Man's a vision. Douglas Adams, Mr. Adams, you have read me to sleep with this series over and over. E.L. Doctorow. I just found a book in the library. I think I found this one first at a Half Price Books, and I never turned back. But this one, Christine Downing. I gotta get. I'm working on the YouTube thing. So Christine Downing, author of The Goddess. Let's see, let me get down here. Oh fuck! I just lost. Oh no, you put two things. No, I don't. Let me just read the flap. Christine Downing, Myths and Mysteries of Same-Sex Love. A quote from Christine Downing: that we choose to call ourselves lesbians or gay men, that we decide what this designation means to us, is itself a challenge to how same-sex loving has been most often been defined in our culture. For by and large, we have been the defined, not the self-definers, the object of others' myth-making, rather than the creators of our own mythology. Pardon me. Sometimes when my voice warbles and I catching my breath, but it maybe if I start writing scripts for some of these things, some of this would go better. But all this is just me talking. Like this is the internal monologue. If I've ever walked up to you and said, "Yeah, but if we do it like that, then it's not going to work," you probably had no idea what I was talking about, because I was finishing a conversation that I'd probably already had with myself. Probably didn't even realize I wasn't talking to you. I don't know. In this book, Christine Downing clears away the modern myth of homosexuality in order to retrieve a deeper understanding of women's love of women and men's love of men. This deeper understanding of same-sex love, what Downing calls its soul meaning, is an understanding of the longings that such love expresses, assuages, frustrates, and engenders. The meanings Downing elicits are not so much the conscious ones as the ones that work in the less accessible strata of our psyches, the meanings discovered by depth psychology and the meanings communicated by those ancient myths that help shape the substrata of our culture and of our soul. To bring these more unconscious meanings into view is to be helped towards a more polyphonic, a more richly imaged, a more fully human understanding of same-sex love. The first half of the book looks anew at what the depth psychologists have written about homosexuality, and it discovers in them, particularly in Freud, a very different view, a view very different from that usually associated with a psychoanalytical perspective, and much more illuminating, much more supportive. The second half of the book turns to the myths about homosexual desire that were told and retold in ancient Greece, a culture where same-sex loving was validated as part of everyone's normal eroticism, as well as to what two of Greece's most gifted writers, Sappho and Plato, had to say about the homoerotic. The last chapter probes the deepest mystery of all to show how an understanding of the intimate interrelationship between death and desire might help us at a time when lovemaking and death-making have become so painfully interfused. This is Continuum Publishing out of New York. Library of Congress. ISBN 0-8264-0445-6. First subtopic, homosexuality. I have no idea if that's going to come out the right way or not. for many, and especially for Peter. These are the lesser mysteries of love into which even you, Socrates, may enter, but to the deepest mysteries of the complete vision to which the former, if you take the right path, will lead, I know not whether you will be able to return. Diotima to Socrates in Plato's Symposium. The dedication and quote just before the table of contents. There's a list of the illustrations provided. I just want to show at least one. Also, shout out Luca Guadagnino. I've only seen Call Me By Your Name like 1,000 times. Timmy. Was it Nowhere Man? What was the Bob Dylan flick called? Fucking killed that, man. Army Hammer? Fucking sick. I liked you better in that Landmine movie, though. I think our school did a play of it. I might have been the guy that has to give the order to leave him alone. I don't remember what that was. Genesis Eeks, if you remember that play, comment in here somewhere. If you know Genesis Eeks and you see this, tell her to do it. I think that was 2010, 2011. I only did theater 2 years? 3 years? I don't remember. I do remember I got cut out my debut performance. I got so nervous I was in the bathroom when I was supposed to be at the front door knocking. Luckily, it was one of the Xander sisters. She rolled with it, man. Those darn kids. Every other night was great. Taxi Driver was right where he was supposed to be. So, there's some lesbians. And there's some Greek man-boy love. Oh, this thing goes into some serious, like, personal letters and, well, it's been analyzed, but analyzed primary documents. Freud might have been... Oh. You read it. You tell me. Let's see. Let's show you one more picture, and then my legs are falling asleep, so I need to get up. Oh, good. I earmarked a page. Does it say something good? Let's see. Aha. I'll just read an excerpt. This is Freud, a letter to a mother of a patient. I'll read the paragraphs ahead of it, and then the extract to the letter, extract from the letter. Since Freud did not regard homosexuality as a pathology or illness, it is not surprising that Freud regarded as pointless attempts to cure it. As he wrote in 1935 to an anonymous American woman, I gather from your letter that your son is a homosexual. I am most impressed by the fact that you do not mention this term yourself in your information about him. May I question why you avoid it? Homosexuality is assuredly no advantage, but it is nothing to be ashamed of. No vice, no degradation. It cannot be classified as an illness. We consider it to be a variation of the sexual function produced by a certain arrest of sexual development. Many highly respectable individuals of ancient and modern times have been homosexuals, several of the greatest men among them. Plato, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, etc. It is a great injustice to persecute homosexuality as a crime. Let me say that for the people in the back. It is a great injustice to persecute homosexuality as a crime. And a cruelty too. If you do not believe me, read the books of Havelock Ellis. I have not read them. Maybe we should read them together. Let's get sober together. By asking me if I can help, you mean, I suppose, if I can abolish homosexuality and make normal heterosexuality take its place. The answer is, in a general way, we cannot promise to achieve it. In a certain number of cases, we succeed in developing the blighted germs of homosexual tendencies. Sorry, let me say that again. In a certain number of cases, we succeed in developing the blighted germs of heterosexual tendencies, which are present in every homosexual. In the majority of cases, it is no more possible... ellipsis. What analysis can do for your son runs in a different line. If he is unhappy, neurotic, torn by conflicts, inhibited in his social life, analysis may bring him harmony, peace of mind, full efficiency, whether he remains homosexual or gets changed. That is footnote 10. I gotta see if she's going at the end of chapters or the... Okay, so it'll be... superscript 10. I haven't finished reading this. This is in the 3 essays, 18 to 32. Oh, no. Note 10. Freud, the theory, Freud, the classic case. All right, I gotta look at this again to figure out how to read the citations. But apparently, that was a letter that Sigmund Freud wrote to a woman that apparently was asking about her gay son, and let me read a couple of the bits just one more time. This is in 1935, and remember, it's 2025. It's 3:13 on Tuesday, June 10th. I'm still 2 days sober because of you. Thanks to you, I'm here doing this instead of drinking. We're sober together. Sober life. I'm sober Dennis. Homosexuality is assuredly no advantage, but it is nothing to be ashamed of, no vice, no degradation. It cannot be classified as an illness. We consider it to be a variation of the sexual function, produced by a certain arrest of sexual development. Many highly respectable individuals of ancient and modern times have been homosexuals, several of the greatest men among them. He names Plato, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, et al. But, and I want to say it again, let me repeat this part really, really, really loud so that it echoes all the way around the world. Sober fam, you're going to have to help me. I'm not that loud. I'm still trying to hit 30 million clicks or whatever by today. That's how many people over the age of 12 in the United States of America in 2023 had an alcohol abuse problem. I have to find that document again. Fact check me. Come on. Cody at some more news. You can't have my cat. Oh, and I bought the One Punch Man from you off of a Reddit stream, and you sent it to my brother, and he loves it, and he streams with it, and I don't remember your name. I have to find you again and invite you in because I want to get some art lovers in my community. And since Freud decided to mention it, I thought I'd show off my texture. It's not mine. I bought it. Somebody else made it. But it's a texturized version of David. I need to get this one framed. It's a print canvas. Oh, speaking of art, let me show you. This is Jacek Jurka. And this is Minefields. I found Jacek's work when MySpace was still on the internet, like long time ago. And this one was one of the very first images I ever saw of Yasek's work. And then this is the writing of Harlan Ellison. Did I read his name earlier, just a minute ago, in another book? But Jacek Jurka. Let's see. Ooh. The 20th Century Lewis Carroll. Edgeworks Abbey. I'm going to have to talk to you guys. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Don't call us dead. I know you're in here somewhere. Ow, ow. Oh. There we go. Is it still going? Did I lose my... Where's my window? No, I won't. Okay, I can see it again. Io Doctorow, All the Time in the World, collection of short stories. This is Random House. When you get in there... Shout out to anybody that remembers these, working at the call center in San Marcos. You're a real one. I think I lent this book to you, Nina, because that's... I'm not you, and I never worked a front of house. But my absolute... Oh, shit, look at that. Reading pays. Oh, that's why. This is a silver certificate I found. That's right, I like currency and precious metals. I buy gold. I sell gold. I buy instruments, I sell instruments. I buy and sell shit all the time. Sober Dennis's loot lair is going to open up. When you watch me play video games, I'm a fucking loot hound. Objectives are for after all the loot has been found. So, to the person that made the very first interaction with Sober Media, Sober Dennis, Sober Fam, Sober Life, you complimented my dog and said how much he loved me. And you are absolutely right. So... email me, DM me from your account, or I'll just go look at the link, or name a charity. I'll mail this and a sticker to that charity, and then we'll just see where it goes. I won't even write him a letter. We'll just see what happens. I can't do this alone. I'm doing what I can, which is just something, anything, so that I don't drink today, right now. We got any movie buffs? Daniel Craig, you really impressed one of the series' biggest fans with so far the only You're not my favorite, Daniel. That belongs to Pierce. Or Sean. Sean, actually, you're the first. You're my first love, I think. Even though you were a whoring panther, according to Ian Fleming, I've heard the original commentaries. Thanks to whoever's YouTube channel that was. Yeah, I watched it. I also like physical media. Technology connections. It's Alex, right? Alec. Oh, and Alec in Portland. Hi, I remember you. I'll text you. Miss Janet at Fora Health, Fora Fam. Brent, hope you saw this one. Or some of them, any of them. This video's turned into an hour. It's already 20 minutes past when I said I was going to turn it off a while ago. So instead, I'm standing here. Let me... Oh, I forgot. 13 is my favorite number. It's my lucky number. I think everyone else thinks it's unlucky, so it's full of all the extra luck that no one's using, right? The uncensored picture of Dorian Gray. Sir Stephen Fry, if you're listening, please be listening. I would love to talk about that horrible experience you had when you had to kiss that young, Jude, some lawyer, when you played the eponymous Oscar Wilde. That's not frame shaking. That's my hand shaking. Again, if you've never seen delirium tremens, it's not as bad as like Parkinson's, but it's the very fine motor control. Like, I'm trying to keep my hand really, really still. Two days. That's me moving my hand because it won't stay still. This paperback edition published the Belknap Press of Harvard University at Cambridge, Massachusetts, London, England, 2012. This paperback edition is based on the typescript submitted by Wilde to Lippincott's monthly magazine in 1890, whereupon an alarmed J.M. Stoddard, the magazine's editor, quickly determined the novel, at least in its present form, would offend the sensibilities of his readership. Especially troubling to Wilde's editor were instances of graphic sexual, especially homosexual, content he found in the typescript. In consultation with his publishing associates, Stoddard struck words, phrases, and whole sentences from Wilde's typescript, and the subsequent book expanded... No, I skipped a line. The introductory essays that follow explain the commercial, social, and legal imperatives that motivated changes to both Wilde's typescript and the subsequent and expanded book edition of 1891, published by Ward Lock and Company. This edition restores all of the material excised by Stoddard and his colleagues. Literary scholars often speak of publication as a process of collaboration between publishers and authors. However, the reality is often far different. The relations between Victorian journal editors and their authors presumed a sharp imbalance of power, especially where first-time novelists were involved. Thomas Hardy complained in 1890 that the patrons of literature, no longer peers with taste, acting under the censorship of prudery, rigorously exclude from the pages they regulate subjects that have been made the bases of the finest imaginative composition since literature rose to the dignity of an art. Newt! Sober Newt! Come here. This is my son. Come here. Newt! And we got Sober Dog right here. And these guys do not really get along. This is the closest they've ever been with no one yelling. This is a miracle. See, Newt already doesn't like it. He's like, I'm out. And Charlie gets really excited when he sees him He used to chase him, and Charlie's very loud when he barks. Oh, oh, isn't that right? But he's such a sweetheart. He's the best dog. He's the best. He's so handsome. Bubba, Bubba, look here. Here, Bubba. What do you want? What do you want? You want to say hi to the world? Say hi, Bubba. Hi, sober dog. Hi, sober dog. If you're seeing this, do you remember that day? I do. Oh, Daria. That was such a great night. I hope you're doing good too. I'll have to find your handle and hit you up. Oh, okie dokie, okie dokie. I still haven't cleaned my room. I need to take a shower because it's getting muggy. I still haven't slept since 8 o'clock yesterday. It's coming up on 3:30, so that's what, 31 and a half hours now? Ish. I need to get some sleep. So I'm going to stop this video, try to get some videos up. I'm Sober Dennis. I'm super fucking tired. Still haven't eaten since I woke up yesterday either. Let's go eat. Let's go eat and then take a nap. Oh, and somebody's calling me. Hello, this is Dennis. Ugh, pharmacy automated system. Prescriptions ready to pick up. That's one thing I will say. The team at Sucor Urgent Psychiatric Care really helped me out when I got back to San Antonio and I needed my prescriptions transferred over from the insurance I had in another state. They maintained and moved forward with medication treatment, and now I have I've moved my primary care with Hillside Primary Care through Texas Blue Cross and Blue Shield, and so now I think I started talking about this earlier. Years of patchy, no insurance, young, healthy, whatever, till I started ruining my body. Then I wish I had it. And now I do. And I'm getting help. And so can you. And this is for you. And for me. Look out for The Alcoholic and the Whole Story. And I don't know, just look out for everybody else around you. Yeah, just be good. We can be sober together. I can be sober. You can be sober. Sober life is real. Sober life is here. Some people can pick it up with me. I mean, this is just a brand. This is just a way to get people aware of the idea, you know? It's a way for me to turn my lemons, congenital, acquired, I don't know, bipolar disorder, that's a no good, gay, in a conservative religious southern state, that's not good. And I was so fortunate every step of the way. I was always so afraid of hate. I mean, I remember it must have been 2018 when you got assaulted outside of Stonewall by some MAGA kids. And then y'all started the high heel brigade to welcome back. I only ever got into the stone wall in San Marcos. I only got into that building like 2 or 3 times, and one of them was for a music school thing because I had friends in the salsa band that played. Patrick Harwell, yeah, you're the reason I went because I wanted to see why they wouldn't let me in the Latin band. I was like, I can play trombone. But Patrick, I'm sure you're. Give me a lesson sometime. I could brush up. Yeah, I have to end these things somewhere because otherwise I'm just gonna keep going. I'm sober, Dennis. I'm here to stay sober by helping you stay sober by doing whatever it is. I like I like different things. Okay, I will make this a tile. Y'all pick something here that you can see, and I'll talk about it. Okay, and I'll make short videos. Just pick one object, or yeah, I'm gonna take a picture and I'm gonna label the objects 1, 2, 3, 4, blah blah blah, and then I'll do a poll, and that way I can do like one a day because I have to learn to take baby steps because I get so excited, start running, kid chases the ball, Yu Yu Hakusho right there, damn. So sober Dennis is gonna get in front of the kid. So sober Dennis is Yu Yu Hakusho, and Addict Dennis is the kid. Watch the show and somebody give me a synopsis and tell me how it relates to service, unity, strength, or is it sobriety? What's the other one on the back of the coin? I talked about it on the coin the other day. I'll say the Serenity Prayer though for today because I'm probably not going to be able to do a good night. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the wisdom to. What is it? No. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I'll borrow this from AA too. Keep coming back. It works if you try to make it work. I'm sober, Dennis. I'm sober because I'm here right now helping you stay sober. So help me help you to help me. Because if I wasn't here right now, I'd be dead. Soberlife.com. Coming soon. Stickers, merch. I'm thinking big here, guys, so let's get some love out there. This isn't about me. Like, I want to start seeing some other sober creators coming out there. Like, the Reddit's up, the Facebook's up. Send me some messages, send me some interest. Start putting resumes on LinkedIn. As soon as there's a legal entity to get people in the door, you bet I'm hiring talent and paying a livable wage for where we are. So probably just the San Antonio market for now, but that's Trinity University, UTSA, St. Mary's University, the A&M that's over there, all the SACs, all the junior colleges. San Antonio is a big market, right? We're a big city. We're a diverse city. We're a critical city to our nation's infrastructure. We're right smack in the middle. We're Military City, USA. We've got BAMC, Brooke Army Medical Center here. One of like the 2 main trauma centers in the world for our armed forces. It's there, and Germany somewhere, right? Not Rotterdam. If you know where it is, you know where it is. It's there. Yeah. Um, I know where it is. It's just buried in here somewhere. Um, Mr. Carlson's lab. Mr. Carlson's lab. Radios. Where's my? Oh, the mathematical radio. It's a really, really interesting book. I'll have to talk about that on the channel at some point. Um, oh, and Rob Sears, Canongate UK Publishing. If you know what book I'm talking about, it's hilarious. Everyone should own a copy. I wish I owned two. As a matter of fact, let me go. Let me find out who you are. I'm gonna say your name, and I'm gonna set this up today. I just found out my friend Cash, 43 days sober today, and that was just on Facebook. Sorry, I'm commenting on it right now. Okay, what was I looking for? My first commenter. Yes, yes, yes. Where are you? Where are you? You told me I had a beautiful dog. This beautiful dog. This beautiful dog says thank you. Isn't that right, Bubba? See, he calms down once he can't see the cat, and I bet the cat is still within. I bet he's still in the room. Okay, what did. I keep going back and forth between the studio and the mobile app and okay, so it is 3:40. Sober Media has 5 subscribers, 3.6 thousand views, and a total of 6.6 hours of time has been spent by the Sober fam with Sober Media, SoberLife.com. 32 hours ago, this did not exist. 32 hours ago, 3,600 of you didn't get a reassurance today that, well, at least not for me, that I would be here to help you stay sober, to help me stay sober. But I'm here now. You can join me, you can go with me. You can tell me I'm stupid for having braids, but wait until. Actually, somebody wants to go find it. It's Guadalupe County Jail booking. I think it was. Was it in June or was it the end of May? I think it was the last Thursday in May or the one before that. I don't remember the day. I remember the event because it was a little stressful. But yeah, that's the problem with mental illness and substance use disorders, especially when they're combined. Active addiction on top of the mental illness. The medicines that I'm taking to help with the mental illness don't work as the same or at all, or I want my first comment. Where are you? Oh, was it maybe in a. Oh, all right. So Sober Dennis has 3 subscribers and still 900 views. Come on, let's get that up. I know I wasn't posting as much there. I got to figure out. I think I need to get like another. When Sober exists as an entity, the staff will have good tech. I've been unemployed for a year. This is all just the junk that I've accumulated over years and years and years and years and years and years of getting really interested in the hobby, forgetting about it for a long time. Like this Ilford kit, I took. Well, it got me into photography, but I haven't really gone further and further into film. I developed the first couple rolls, but I have some really high ISO stuff that I don't want to do. That's long exposures that I took out in Big Bend on a new moon night a few years ago. There's a story about addiction in that story, so I'll tell that at some point. Some of you have heard it. It involves Border Patrol. Um, and Dr. Gregory House, Hugh Laurie. I got to see you and it wasn't the Copper Bottom Band. Maybe it was. It was a girl trombone player. I remember that. You were playing the piano and you were singing. It was that album that started with St. James Infirmary. You went down to St. James Infirmary. That's where they laid her down. I mean, for an Englishman, you've got a pretty good blues voice. And I was always jealous that House could play the piano until I realized that you and Steven could put on quite a number. Y'all were a pair in the back in the day. For all you Americans that know about Dr. House, know who Hugh Laurie is, Stuart Little's dad. Did you know that he played it wasn't Jeeves and Wooster. It was it? Well, Stephen Fry was Jeeves. What was Hugh Laurie's character's name? Was it Wooster? Because now I'm thinking of. Oh, also, Pretty Little Women. Timothy, you did a great job in that one. I really liked that movie. And one last thing about books. Sergei Lukyanenko. I had to try really hard to figure it out. I found these a long time ago. 2006 is the copyright from Sergei Lukyanenko. Oh, yeah. I just picked it up. I don't like to sit in the waiting room at a psychiatrist's office or in a treatment place and make small talk all the time, so I bring a book as a shield. Although when I was at Fora starting to read, no, when I was at Fora, I was reading Gore Vidal. I was reading is The Salt in the City? No, The Salt. Gore Verbinski? Gore Vidal? No, it's got to be in here. I had the book up there in Oregon, so it's got to be here. Anyway, this is a book I got my parents for their anniversary, but they don't really read or have coffee tables big enough, so I keep it. Pablo Neruda. Poemas de Amor. Got it because it's bilingual. Ooh, boobies. Am I right? Okay. Arte magnética. De tanto amar y andar salen los libros. Y si no tienen besos o regiones, y si no tienen hombre a manos llenas, si no tiene mujer en cada gota, hambre, deseo, cólera, caminos, no sirven para ser escudo ni campana. Están sin ojos y no podrán abrirlos. Tendrán la boca muerta del precepto. Ame las genitales enderramadas y entre sangre y amor cavé mis versos. En tierra dura establecí una rosa disputada entre el fuego y el rocío. Por eso puede caminar cantando. All right. All my half breeds like me, half Mexican, half, I guess, European stuff. Uh, that's fun. And I hear it in English. From so much, it's Ars Magnetica. From so much loving and journeying, books emerge. And if they don't contain kisses or landscapes, if they don't contain a man with his hands full, if they don't contain a woman in every drop, hunger, desire, anger, roads, they are no use as a shield or as a bell. They have no eyes and won't be able to open them. They have the dead sound of precepts. I love the entanglings of genitals, and out of blood and love I carved my poems. In hard earth I brought a rose to flower, fought over by fire and dew. That's how I could keep on singing. Harper, is that HarperCollins? An imprint. Okay, so this is the Harper 1817 imprint. Yeah, that's what I remember. Russian Hill Bookstore, San Francisco. I never did make it down to Castro Street when I was visiting there a couple years ago with Andrew and Red when we brought that E36 down from Portland back to Austin. That was a fun road trip. I think I went deaf from it, but or at least a lot closer. Lost a lot more hearing. This side's like, I don't know. I think I hear fine. I think it's just sensory processing issues actually. But so got that there. Oh, and Target did something right because they had this in their store right at the time that I was walking past it thinking I wanted a snack. So thanks, Dylan. I'll have to try some of these. Tell me what you think about them. Oh. If we're just doing a little show and tell, my brother got me this a couple of years ago. The copyright's 2020. Kengoro Tagame lives in Tokyo. Tama University of Art. In 1994, he founded G-Men magazine. 1996, by 96, he was a full-time, openly gay artist. His dozens of graphic novels have been translated into English, French, Italian, Korean. His artwork has been exhibited in galleries across Europe and America. This is My Brother's Husband, and it marks his first all-ages title and earned him the Japan Media Arts Award for Outstanding Work of Manga from the Agency of Cultural Affairs. In 2018, it received the Eisner Award for Best U.S. Edition of International Material, Asia. I don't have words for this one. Except, thanks, Jason. I love this book. Anybody knows kanji? If you can read my handwriting. It's supposed to be home or family. Correct me if I'm wrong. I like learning languages. I'd love it if sober was in every language in the world. Sign language, Spanish, French, German, Italian, Russian, Portuguese, Farsi, Urdu, Pidgin, Pig Latin. Where's the north of Spain? It's in the Basque What do they speak in the Basque? They speak Catalan. Save that. Cyrus Castles. You're probably still around here somewhere. I've got your book somewhere. Of oh! It's gonna be up there. It's by the Poet's Companion. Yeah. Right. Oh no. I was off by at least 4 books. Oh, where are you? Cyrus, I can't find your book. Oh. Mr. Carlson's Lab. Good place to start. I could follow trig in college, but I didn't know I could follow calculus in college, logically, but my trig was. I didn't do well in my pre-cal, and my geometry was okay, but my trig didn't go well. So I found this 1950 PhD M. Richardson, assistant professor of mathematics at Brooklyn College. This is supposed to be let's see. This is supposed to be a textbook. Back when the teacher had the book and you had to write it out, so it's got like, what's his name? Richardson's explanations of how to approach trigonometric functions, and then I've never gotten into spherical trig. But that is just a preface for all this other math that I'm really interested in. Oh, that's my back. All this other math that I'm really interested in doing, but like, I gave my brother. Oh, Joshua McGoldrick gave me this. We'll have to look at that together, sober. Here's a couple of my favorite guys. Yossarian. Cast me as a Yossarian. If there's ever a crazy motherfucker trying to get out of there, I'd probably play it off pretty good. What was the guy's name in MASH that wore the dress? I liked him. What am I looking for? The math textbooks. Oh yeah, here's the mathematical radio. Shout out Powell City of Books, Portland, Oregon. This is an extensive historical and mathematical analysis of the development of that stuff. Chapter 1 is radio mathematics, oscillators, and transmitters. See, we're still just at basic. There we're getting into. There we're getting into some stuff. There's some more stuff. But in this preface, they do a really good. Who wrote the preface? Okay, so Paul Maheen is trying to go the same route that Godfrey Harold Hardy, 1877 to 1947, kind of started trailblazing when he got into Cambridge in 1896. He excelled in mathematics. He was 4th Wrangler of the Mathematical Tripos examination of 1898. He was a fellow of Trinity College in 1900. He was good friends with John Edenser Littlewood, who was the 1905 Senior Wrangler. Littlewood and Hardy would, over the next 35 years, co-author nearly 100 important papers. In 1913, Hardy famously discovered the Indian math genius Ramanujan, born 1887, died 1920. An episode that Hardy described as the one romantic incident in my life. Probably meaning romantic in the sense of like a long train voyage. Probably wasn't gay mathematicians, right? Stephen Fry, back me up on this. You went to school with those guys, right? Cambridge? Oxford? They're the same thing, right? I jest. I know, don't kill me. Don't come after me. It's like asking a Texan if any other state should be in the Union. No, it should all be Texas. But this book, this is pure ambition. Mr. Carlson's lab, the amount of innate knowledge you have about the electronic circuits that you work with. And here, these are the kind of problems I'm working on digesting and understanding entirely. Because as a kid, I was good at math. I could crunch numbers. But on my multiplication tables banana split test day, I did not get 100%. I did not get all the toppings. And then this is a Prentice Hall textbook from, I think, the 60s of applied mathematics, Fourier transformations, Laplace transformations. Michael D. Greenberg, Department of Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering, University of Delaware, 1978. Library of Congress designation, ISBN 013-329-6237. This book is dedicated with love to MIM. And so this talks about the real variable theory, complex variables, linear analysis, ordinary differential equations, and partial diffie-q. So I know that there's complex analysis. I think there's simple analysis, and then that's linear analysis. And I'm assuming analysis has something to do with derivatives or integrals or something calculus-y that I don't remember anymore because I only took like the first half of my calculus course. But it was extracurricular, so I just dropped it. Oh, Morgan Shin of, what's your brand? Damn it, I have your hoodie. It's an awesome hoodie. Oh, it's an aviation hoodie. Dang it, the name will come to me. I also found this at the Russian Hill bookstore in San Francisco. Immediately thought of you. And I still need to give it to you, but I haven't seen you in a few years, so this is waiting for you. I tried to start reading it, but it's about a girl. Thought you might like it. Ah, here it is. Here it is. It's not The Salt and the Pillar. It was Gore Vidal's The City and the Pillar. Beginning as a fascinating time capsule of gays leading clandestine lives of the don't ask, don't tell, don't even think it variety in the 1940s. The novel in its final chapters dares to take on the theme of relations between gay and straight men in America, a civil war that is yet to find its truce. As with so many of Vidal's books, The City and the Pillar proves to have been insanely ahead of its time. And I took this book with me the first day. It was a fresh book. I hadn't read it yet. I had it sitting on the shelf for a little while. I'd been eager to read it, but I was like, I don't have time to sit down and read the book. I took it with me to Fora Health the first day that I was there. My dad dropped me off at like 8 or 9 in the morning, and I just curled up, came over here, and started reading in the treatment room, just like I started reading Treasure Island, Mayor Castroville. I was in a treatment room and started reading. Let's see. This is an introduction. It's the first lines of the book. So here I was. I've just had the breakdown of breakdowns after a decade living bad. I was in the building. I hadn't gone into the room yet really, but this is what I started reading as I was waiting to get into the room. So, things cannot possibly coincide this perfectly. The moment was strange. There was no reality in the bar. There was no longer solidity. All things merged, one into the other. Time had stopped. He sat alone in a booth, listening to the music which came out of a red plastic box, lighted within. Some of the music he remembered from having heard it in other places, but the words he could no longer understand. He could recall only vague associations as he got drunk, listening to music. His glass of whiskey and water and ice had slopped over, and the top of the table was interesting now. Islands and rivers and occasional lakes made the top of the table a continent. With one finger he traced designs on the wooden table. He made a circle out of a lake. He formed two rivers from the circle. He flooded and destroyed an island, creating a sea. There were so many things that could be done with whiskey and water on a table. Right? What is that? I go... Trigger warnings. You talk about some substance use a little bit, just for the vets in the room with me. The recovery vets. I was so down, so freaked out, so depressed. I ended up on the phone screaming, crying, calling my parents. Why does it hurt? Why does it hurt? Why does it hurt? Why does it hurt? Why does everything hurt? Why does it hurt to be alive? Why does it hurt to just exist? Why is every moment of my life suffering? To get some help, to get my roommate at the time, my very good friend, saved my life, got me help, drove me to see a doctor, let my dad stay at our apartment for a week, 2 weeks, was it? I don't remember. Sleeping on the armchair in the living room, with me on the sofa next to him, babysitting me, keeping me sober till I could get into the treatment. And then he stayed for almost a month. He stayed a while. It was a long time. It felt like a long time. And I got up to 43 days or 34 days. No, I should have it written down right here. Once it stops being written down, that's because it stopped happening. Where's my... There it is. Moleskin. Can I get a sponsorship? Branded journals, maybe? Dot Mage. All kinds. Oh, I already told you, the pen subreddit, you're going to love me. You're going to love me. Remember, if you know the mountain in the Swiss Alps, based on the context of that alone, you're my people. So, let's see. Well, here's where it started. October 6, 2024. That was my other day one. I have most of the materials that they gave me in the 2 months I was there. Oh, this is cool. Affirming self-talk. Ah, dummy. You know that. That's an easy mistake. You missed. No. Apparently, you're supposed to say things like, I'm handsome. I deserve love. I deserve happiness. Make your goal small. I won't drink today. It's a morale booster. It's easy. It lets you accomplish something. Feel good. Get the boost. Go on. Do another thing. That's what I'm doing here right now. Sober Dennis is doing anything but drink. I'm here to help me get sober. Stay sober. Sober life. I'm going to get my Sober Garage thing going. Stickers, shirts, all that's coming. Tell yourself, I'm worth it. Say it with me on 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm worth it. One more time. That felt good. I'm worth it. Stay strong. Let's put them both together. I'm worth it. Stay strong. And I guess this is a good point to, I don't know if I've introduced it yet, but I want to start a nonprofit organization. This one will be my nonprofit organization. I want sober to become a big thing, but I want, with the help of some of my friends and some of my previous employers, some of the people who taught me the things that got me where I am, good and bad, mostly good. But I mean, I learned some lessons from these people, important ones about commitments and following through and honesty and I'm already faced with a dilemma. It's not even yet day 3. It's 4 o'clock, so I am 2.5 days sober? No, I don't know. We're not going to do that. I'm 2 days sober, and I already have to give up and lose my funny number birthday. Fuck. Because I have another one of these. Where I live, this is a felony. My come to Jesus moment, my rock bottom, I got pulled over. One of these was sitting in the car next to me. THC. The sticker on the box said complied with State Farm Bill from 2018. Bought it at a gas station, over the counter. It 21 and up, but the officer who arrested me you did me more than one favor that day. You know you did. I know you did. Thank you. I saw some young people in county lockup the night I was there. Man, one guy, you were so worried. You're like, I fucked everything up. I'm 19. My college, it's all gone. It's not all gone, bud. And buddy, with your baby mama, y'all are young. Y'all got lots of time to figure stuff out. Just learn how that anger, learn where it lives inside your body, learn what makes it come out, and learn how to control that. It takes time, takes work. Can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. That's why I'm here, to stay sober with you. We can get sober together. Unique Techniques, barber in New Braunfels. Couldn't find you on Facebook, so hit me up, Sober Dennis. 50B3R Dennis. It's sober. Soberlife.com. 50B3rlife.com. The website's not up yet because I don't have any merch to sell. Also, if anyone knows how to get your website onto your Squarespace domain, help a brother out. All right, I actually have to go because I got to do something else. I'm going to play my trombone for a minute. I'll just do another video. Fuck it.